Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I was listening to how quiet it is. There's nothing, not even a bird singing out there. Oh, I could hear a little chirping. Okay, the energy is really quiet. I'm going to do you guys a Celtic cross on this Monday morning. It is 10:26. We're going to use the Tarot Mucha. You can just get lost in the silence of it. Okay. How are we today? Let's have a look and see what the energy's like today. Very still. Baby, it's still outside. Okay. Cards feel a bit heavy. Okay. Is this a challenge? We'll put it as a challenge. So we've got what we're talking about. I can see what's gone on in the past, which is the Divine Feminine's energy. Okay, you can have this card. This card's in reverse. I don't know how that got in reverse. And this card here wants to go here. Jeez. Doesn't it blend in well? It's like, it's not in reverse, but in comparison with the cards. Something about a keen eye. Having a keen eye. Okay. So only someone who had a keen eye would notice that that's facing the other way. Okay, right. I'm sure we'll work this out. What's going on behind the scenes? Right, now that this is out, the cards have really loosened up. So let's have a look. Behind the scenes. How are you feeling about this? Oh, you went a bit quiet then. How are you feeling about this? How is this affecting others? It was like, what are you fearing? Not even what are you hoping. What are you fearing? Because I asked whether or not, is this actually a challenge? I'll put it as a challenge. But really, I think that this card came out first. Oh, I'm not sure. Well, these two are associated, okay, with each other. Just going to let the words flow. These two are associated with each other, but it takes a keen eye to notice that this is facing the other way. Okay, this card here is like a mirror reflection. We've got these two heads here, okay, of this angel. Current position is in reverse, or it's a mirroring effect. And then this is what's going on in the future. Okay. What's the system behind the scenes, or what's going on behind the scenes? How you're feeling about this. How this is affecting others. Then I come to, what are you fearing? Okay. Okay. And then the message, what are you fearing? And I was taken to like hope, because this is a position of hopes or fears. And it was like that, taking me to the land of hope and glory. Let's put that there. Should we have a look at the outcome? I think I need a drink. Is that the outcome? I think I need a drink. Okay. Let's take a look. So I can see the Divine Feminine, the Nine of Pentacles here. She's got a bird coming in. I'm going to examine this. This is the past energy. So before now, there's a bird coming in. It's still very quiet. Listen. Maybe it's quiet so that you do hear when the bird comes in. There's a bird coming in. I'm not sure why she's resting pineapples on her breasts. Something about being on the Pineapple Express. She's got pineapples on her breast. Rings. Okay, I actually feel like this bird is carrying something in its mouth. I mean, you've got to have like a keen eye to be able to see this. It looks like it's a cross. I believe it's actually part of like the woodwork. So it's like coming out of the woodwork. What's coming out of the woodwork here? He's carrying a cross. She's got a couple of pineapple rings on her breasts. And looks like she's just about to pull some grapes off of the vine. She's about to pull some grapes off of the divine. So the divine's giving her something. Her attention's not on the bird. And then in comes this bird. Okay, let's have a look. What are we talking about, please? We're talking about passion. What comes out of the woodwork? Now, you could have a look and maybe think that on his claws, what are they called? Talons. He's actually carrying. So he's like got a cross in his mouth, in his beak. And then he's actually carrying this. Now, this is an opportunity from the divine. So this comes out of nowhere. Should we read it? This is what we're talking about. Look at all the birds. Are they birds? No, they're leaves. Well, they look like birds. All the birds have left. I was telling you guys the other day when Megan and Jamie went out for the day, and then when they kind of got back home, got off of the train, the energy was, they cycled all the way home. It was about a 40-minute cycle ride. No cars, no people, no noise, just this nothingness. And they noticed it. It was like it was a ghost town. So look for the sign. Okay, let's read about the Ace of Wands. Okay, the Ace of Staves signifies a creative impulse rising within you. It may be artistic or sexual or entrepreneurial. Oh, I heard a bird when it was sexual. You hear him? It may be artistic or sexual. Someone perked up then. Or entrepreneurial. Whatever the focus, your passion requires an outlet. Passive observation and overly careful consideration are no longer permitted. I have to say that this is the Divine Masculine's energy here. It's like he's wanting to go after what he desires. So passive observation and overly careful consideration are no longer permitted. Any step you take in any direction will put you on the path to success now. This is only the beginning. The journey may be long and the reward still in the far distance, but the time for action has arrived. Seize your opportunities now, or they may pass you by. Key ideas: the beginning of an enterprise, opportunities offered, a new positive attitude. Now it's linked with this card, because these two cards are linked together. Where are you off to? Well, it's like the Divine Masculine doesn't really know. He's like being pushed by this this energy of the Ace of Wands. It's an urge, a strong urge. You can see he's blindfolded here, not quite knowing where he's going, but he's allowing himself to be guided by another. Okay, so he's trusting here. Weapons are down, that's good to see. Okay, the Six of Swords. Now we can say that this is the challenge. So is the challenge trusting your guide to guide you? So a ferryman transports a traveller across choppy water towards a farther shore. The traveller takes no active role in this journey. He sits within a shelter of swords, removed from the world, wounded and withdrawn. When he gets to the other side, he will take up his life's path again. For now, he gathers his strength and allows healing of body and spirit to do their work. Very interesting. Now, let's read about the Divine Feminine here. The past energy. The recent past. Okay. So that could have just been 5 minutes ago. Just read the card. I'll read the card. A wise and beautiful lady has created a garden sanctuary for herself in which she may contemplate the richness of her inner life. Here, in her secret bower, she is tranquil and secure, with no fear of disturbance. She is content to dwell in solitude with only her falcon as companion, for she is at peace with herself. It has been a hard-won peace, with sacrifices and losses along the way, which makes it all the sweeter now. She chooses independence as her reward for a life lived to the full. Key ideas: solitary contentment, sacrificing companionship for peace, quiet well-being and security. So that shows that you've arrived, Divine Feminine. Okay. It's all good. Should we have a look at this now position? Somehow it's mirroring this Ace of Wands here. You've got the wand, Divine Feminine. Oh dear. Okay. So can you see how this is coming together? Look, it's even like a big, fat, large, well, fat penis. As a little statue here. This is the current energy. But it wanted us to see that these rods are being drawn to each other. You're very happy and content. Okay. With the sunflower here, and because we want to look at it in reverse. Look how it's mingling with the clouds. And the sunflower grows when facing the light. Okay, quickly. Let's read the Queen of Wands, which is the Divine Feminine's energy. Okay. You're in the now position. You're upside down. Okay. I feel like this energy, because it says that, there may be a far way to go for this masculine here, but he's not really sure how close he is, to be honest with you. If the Ace of Wands is being offered, then it's being offered now in a certain direction. It's like the energy of, if the Divine Masculine just goes with the flow and sees what direction he's drawn towards, that's the correct way to go, rather than to kind of be forcing it in a certain direction, because it spoke about entrepreneurship, artistic and sexual desire. Well, it feels like he's being drawn towards a sexual desire, whether or not, well, it feels like the energy's pushing him and it's getting closer and closer. Okay. So it's best not to fight it. Put your weapons down. You'll get to where you're meant to be going to. Okay, but I feel like there's a bit of a trust issue here. But this is something that he's working on. He's learning how to trust, because I didn't feel like it was that much of a challenge, but I felt like you feel like you're worlds apart. It's like you're on the other side of the world, Divine Feminine. He thinks that it's going to take like a lifetime to get to you. Let's have a look at this. But the push is strong. Let's look at the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Staves combines intuition with practicality to spark a creative blaze that warms all who know her. Well, your Divine Masculine, he knows you. Okay. I was actually going to say he knows you better than yourself. But you've actually, you've grown to like actually learn who you are. There's this energy of you knowing each other better than yourselves because you are each other. And it's like you've taken all this this lesson, this experience, and you've grown from it. So the Queen of Staves combines intuition with practicality to spark a creative blaze that warms all who knows her. All who know her. She brings passion to any undertaking and inspires others to strive for excellence. When she focuses her will on a purpose, it grows with astonishing speed, like the sunflower that is her emblem. I picked up on the sunflower. What did I say? It grows when facing the light. We're going to keep her upside down. She commands great energy. Let's bring her into the picture then. That's what it is. The Divine Masculine wants to bring the Divine Feminine into the picture because he knows what she's capable of and the power that she actually transmits to him. So she brings passion to any undertaking and inspires others to strive for excellence. When she focuses her will on a purpose, it grows with astonishing speed, like the sunflower that is her emblem. She commands great energy and power and rules with true nobility of character. If this card does not represent a person, it may mean a time of creative innovation when old ways are challenged by new ideas. Key ideas: an abundance of talents, artistic inspiration, warmth of interest and sexual fire. Your sex is on fire. Oh, look at this. Look what's coming. I just like that spotlight on it. Unconditional love. The penny drops. It's like the penny drops the bird of peace. A penny drops the bird of peace. Or the bird of peace drops a penny. Okay. Queen of Cups. It's not the Queen of Cups. It's the Ace of Cups. That's, I feel like, what he wants to call you. The Queen of Love. It's like the Queen of the Heart. Okay, let's go to the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups signifies the awakening of the spirit and the attainment of spiritual bliss. What has been sought is found. This is the Grail, the symbol of the soul's deepest joy. The dove of communion. Listen to the birdies now. Having their little communion. The dove of communion and the water lilies of peace symbolise the integration of deep emotions with a vision of life's purpose. What is dearest to your heart is available to you now. A gift that only requires your grateful acceptance. And that's really what the story's about, how close you are to the Divine Masculine's heart. So close. Okay. So what is dearest to your heart is available to you now, a gift that only requires your grateful acceptance. Open your hands to receive the blessings of the universe in all their radiant beauty. Key ideas: divine love, spiritual nourishment, peace and joy, and awakening of bliss. Like I said, it's for this to be showing up in the near future. Okay. It's close. What's the system behind the scenes? Interesting. This is you, Divine Feminine. It feels like you're standing your ground. You actually have the world in your hands. You're secure. With this card, it's normally the masculine. But if you notice that one of the staves is securely secured to the, what do you want to call it here? The top of the castle. The brickwork. And then on the other side here, you have this wand, this opportunity to offer. And you're actually looking at the world. You've got the birds coming in. See, I feel like it's time, you're going to know that it's time that you need to make a decision. Okay. This is what's the system behind the scenes. And I imagine it's going to have something to do with this, whether you will gratefully accept this. Will you open your arms to divine love now? You've been spending so much time on your own that you're in solitary contentment, I believe were the words. So are you ready? This is the card of partial success. This is, you're going to be going big. Full success. Okay. The Two of Wands. From the heights of her castle's battlements, a lady looks out over her vast domain. In one hand, she holds a stave, and in the other, a globe. Together, they symbolise working her will in the world. This could be about where the Divine Feminine's actually going to be locating to. The stave that is secured to the wall is power held in reserve. Her authority has not yet been tested to the fullest. But she is confident about the future. She is ready for whatever challenges may come. Key ideas: anticipation of change or challenge, welcoming the future, and optimism. There's big change here, Divine Feminine. Okay, looks like there may be a decision that you have to make. Okay, this is the card of how do you feel about this situation? Oh, secrets. It actually looks like you're excited. It's the moon energy. This is the energy of, you know that there is going to be movement, and it's the energy of you're quite excited to say, oh, I wonder what's going to be happening next. Okay. This is about being okay with the unknown. Let's have a look at the moon energy. It's the first major arcana that's showed up on the table as of yet. So let's have a look at the moon energy. Comes in between the star and the sun, the moon. Okay. The goddess of the moon welcomes you to her world of dreams. She holds her hand to her lips, for silence and secrecy are needed in this realm. This is the place of looking within, of intuition and psychic messages. Across the waters of the unconscious lie two towers, guardians and gateways to the land beyond. Luminous drops of dew fall to fertilise the imagination. Everything looks different by moonlight, and you are meant to see things in a new light, leaving behind the sharp shadows and light of day. This is a softer understanding, a more subtle illumination. All signs and portents are to be heeded now. Fear is natural, for danger awaits in darkness. Trust your instincts, the most mysterious depths of the self. Key ideas, dreams, understanding slowly revealed. Feminine mysteries, intuition, and the great mystery. And I feel like this is the greatest part of the mystery on the journey. Okay, just not really knowing, but you know something's going to be occurring. Should we have a look at how this is affecting others? Well, okay. Well, now this is kind of like you trying to figure it out. So how this could be affecting others is if they're not at this state of divine feminineness, they are going to try and figure it out. So they still need to be able to surrender into the unknown. So how this is affecting others, but not you. So just take care of your own. There's this need for secrecy here. You don't need to tell everything that you're experiencing, let's say behind closed doors or in your solitary contentment. You're already knowing. So it's kind of like, I already kind of know what's happening, but it could unfold a few different ways, and I'm open to it unfolding however it is going to unfold, but something is unfolding. And I need to be prepared for decisions to be made. That energy. Now, those that are not in that energy state, that state of being, will be experiencing this. So this is how it's going to be affecting others who are not in alignment. Let's have a look. The Nine of Swords. This just really indicates more work to do. This is not the wave that they're coming in on. It's been picking up that on my messages that I've been giving to you guys, saying to you, make sure you're on this wave. And it's just do the personal development. It's just an adjustment that you need to make. Something would just click, if it's meant to, at this time. So alone in her chamber, a lady abandons herself to wild, obsessive thoughts. All her past actions, everything that has been done against her, regrets, failed love, mischance, and mistake, torment her like razor-sharp swords. This is the dark night of the soul, when all seems lost. A mind caught in hopelessness cannot imagine the coming of the dawn, but it will always come. Key ideas, acute mental suffering, raging thoughts, nightmare ghosts, and painful memories. Okay. Also, I had this conversation with someone yesterday. I said, you know, you will notice that power couples, twins will come into union, and it's going to be at a rapid pace. Okay, and obviously you're going to be apprehensive, waiting for your own to come in. Take your mind, if I can say, like off of self and what you get out of this. So understand that it is coming for you. You don't know when divine has timed it for you. There may be work that you need to do before you actually come into union. So this is going to be a big test for those that are waiting for their union, watching others come into union. I mean, let's have this discussion like in a year from now, yeah? And that's after, like, you see these big waves coming in at once and you feel like, what, you've missed your boat. It's like, don't allow yourself to go there. That's the biggest advice that I can give you. Don't start thinking that you've been left out. Like I said, we can really have a discussion about that, you know. Let's give it some time. Let's just continue to work on you. Okay. So that's for the others who find that they're still wobbling. Let's have a look at your fears, because that's what I felt. But the land of hope and glory come up. Look at this burden. It feels like you're kind of saying, how much longer do I have to carry this burden? It shouldn't be a burden. You should be enjoying the ride. Okay. Let's have a look at this Ten of Wands. The passionate spirit reaches out to fully embrace the adventure of life with all its opportunities and challenges. But the wise person knows when too much has been taken on. It serves no one to weigh yourself down with so many tasks and projects that none can be done well. Worse, it burdens you with immobility, immobility when your creative ambition longs to explore new worlds. Hand over some of your responsibilities. Do not make yourself a martyr. Key ideas, burdens becoming oppressive, unwise multitasking, burning out, and exhaustion. Okay. You do have to go through this phase, guys. When you absolutely become exhausted with this journey, then you surrender. Then you start to live more freely. Okay, what will be, will be. But you have to look at your state of being. Let's have a look at the outcome. Because this is coming really soon, guys. At least you're being given the opportunity to kind of, you're given the opportunity to shift your perspective. Interesting. And that's what it takes to bring it in. It's your visualization. It's like open to whatever the world delivers, the universe delivers. The outcome is, it feels like the divine masculine. He's waiting for that impulse. Let's have a look at the Three of Wands. A nobleman stands on a promontory watching his ship sail out to sea while he remains behind. He knows that success depends on being in the right place at the right time, and for the present, his place is here, not setting forth on adventures. His merchants, sailors, and explorers will undertake his quest for him for the time being. There may come a time when he sets out into the wider world himself, and that thought contents him for now. How does that thought fit with you, Divine Feminine? Is it kind of like, oh, well, if he's not actually moving anywhere right now, then what? You give up? That's what you need to do. Surrender. And enjoy what's actually happening right now. And soon you'll find that your nows become vows. It feels like your energies were just meet. How? God knows. And that should be enough. The key ideas is delegation in an enterprise or adventure, management rather than labour, and partnership. Okay, strong message. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. The Divine Masculine is still healing here. He still may have other areas of interest that he needs to seek, fulfill. Let's have a look at this underlying energy. There is this energy of him praying as well and tapping in for guidance. Okay. It's like you're not to really concern yourself with the Divine Masculine. You're to concern yourself with yourself. The Four of Swords. The effigy of a knight adorns his tomb. What's an effigy? Where's my mobile phone? If I'm even pronouncing it right. Oh, I've put on my phone, it's 1110. It's nearly 11:11. Let's check out what this word means. E-double-F. How do I spell it, please? E-double-F-I-G-Y. Let's check it out. Dictionary would have been good. Can you...
Effigy.
Effigy. A model or other object that represents someone, especially one of a hated person, that is hanged or burned in public place. Well, I'm pleased we checked out what that word meant. Can you say it again, please?
Effigy.
Effigy. Okay, and this says, the effigy of a knight adorns his tomb and his swords are hung nearby in honour of a lifetime of victorious endeavour. And effigy means a model or other object that represents someone, especially one of a hated person, that is hanged or burned in a public place. Crowds march through the streets carrying burning effigies of the president. So don't be a hater, that's what he's shouting out. The divine masculine is waiting for your energy to be receptive and receiving, okay, of divine love that he has available within him to offer now. So if you're kind of turning your back, looking at this as being a big burden, like the whole journey, you're not in a positive mental state. And that's not going to attract your divine masculine. Okay, let's carry on. It's 11:11. Okay. He is at rest now and will fight no more. This scene is a symbol of strife that is permanently ended. The stress is lifted and the battle will not be re-engaged. Whatever new life the knight will find, he is honourably released from the past and can go in peace. Will you allow that? For the divine masculine to now be in peace? Key ideas: the end of strife, deep peace, old quarrels laid to rest, an honourable conclusion. He's not going to come in, is he, if you're going to give him a right ball bashing? You should have let that go. You should be able to explain to yourself a story that fits really well with actually the truth of what's occurred. Let's get you some oracle cards. Okay, I'm taken to the journey of love. Which one first? The last goes first. Woman of Light. Card number 49. Let's see who this sounds like. It sounds like the Divine Feminine to me. Pure is my joy, my celebration. I know the Divine to be eternal. There is no limit to my peace, to my pleasure, as I rise and rise and rise again. Capable am I of receiving the light, of accepting the next level of illumination. I am sacred flesh coming to light. I am the walking temple, the living goddess, she who shines with truth. I come to you now. I am one with you now. I am the awakened one and the awakener. This oracle brings you guidance that you are to be witness to the presence of an awakened being, either within your own self as part of your own spiritual destiny or in the form of a beloved other. An awakened one in your midst will soon. An awakened one is in your midst or soon will be. Receive the blessing that emanates from such a being, for to behold one is a gracious spiritual gift that will lift you to the next level of your path. If you are having trouble discerning the true presence of an awakened teacher in your midst, or even in your own being, remember that nothing is asked from you by such awakened ones but loving devotion, so that they may serve the awakening of all living beings. It requires much karmic grace to be granted immediate access to an awakened being, even more to become such a living light. Take delight. Okay, so the Divine Masculine is seeing the gift within you. Is this your energy? You're being prepared to be in the presence of your Divine Masculine, an awakened one. Ooh, okay. Let's listen to the poem. I asked God for a deepening of my love, without realising that the deeper I was willing to go, the more it involved letting go of any part of myself that wanted to love and still be safe. In surrender to the possible lay the greatest potential for love at levels before unknown, like a system that holds the nectar of life and gives its precious liquid only to be filled again with nature's flow. Such knowingness is a gift, for if you can embrace the blessing, you can live without question, relaxing and replenishing with each breath, with each kiss, always whole. It's beautiful. Simplicity, card number 4. Okay. A real strong message here about the Divine Masculine. The war's over. He's not wanting to re-engage in any battles with you, Divine Feminine. He just wants the simple life. That's also what it is that you're looking for, wanting. Bow to that which is simple. You will find answers to your most complex issues and those questions that seem to defy the possibility of an answer. You will find the solution now through simplicity. Live one day at a time. Have gratitude for whatever you possibly can, even if you are yet to understand why you should be grateful, because you cannot perceive the gift hiding within your struggles quite yet. Trust in the goodness of life, seeking to serve you into becoming the fullness of all you are, of all that you are. Yes, beloved, even in your darkest nights, the light of love is serving you. The most sophisticated of problems can be resolved through a simple answer: love. Trust, have faith, be patient, wait and you shall see. Let simplicity be. This oracle brings you an answer. Everything is going to be all right. Don't add fuel to the fire and look for ways to sort out complicated matters prematurely. Sometimes ingredients need to cook and percolate so that they can become a meal. The circumstances with which you are struggling will right themselves in time. Stay present and be patient. Pray in your own way. Meditation, time in nature, dance and literally talk to the divine. When you need to take a clear, simple action, you will feel it. Relax and know it is all going to work out for the best. Okay. The poem, there is peace for one whose heart is open. I'm going to leave with a Mother Mary card. A message from the Divine Mother Mary. Okay, let's get this reading wrapped up. Mother Mary, can we have a card, please? Our Lady of Growth Assured. Perfect. Card number 30. Oh, my throat's gone all tickly. And this Simplicity card here, the colourings, I'll pop it there, just takes me to the colourings really of the child that the Divine Mother's holding here. Okay. Excuse me, my throat's extremely tickly. Okay, let's get this card read. There is a beautiful manifestation which you have long desired coming to fruition now. It is important to the well-being of your own soul and the healing of our world that you have patience and allow this birth to happen at the best timing. If it happens too soon or too late, there will be unnecessary complications. I will take care of the timing, and as you trust me, you will find the truth. You will find the birth. You will find the truth. Well, this is true. But as you trust me, you will find the birth of your dream happens naturally and with great joy. There is something that you are considering embarking upon, either a new project or taking a chance on a new interest or social connection or even a new philosophy. Perhaps it is a letting go that will lead to a new start. The Oracle of Our Lady of Growth Assured comes to tell you that your success is already determined in heaven. What needs to be now is your continued effort and prayer, surrender and patience on the physical plane, and most importantly, your positive expectation, without any attachment as to how it will happen, that your situation is working out and will manifest perfectly. If we want to manifest something truly special in our lives, something that perhaps is a little out of the ordinary or contrary to what most people think is possible, then the blessing of Our Lady of Growth Assured is very helpful. To manifest, we start with the inspiration or impulse from our heavenly divine self. That translates into inspired ideas, then thoughts, and perhaps plans. As we add our heart and passionate energy into the mix, we generate the fire we need to eventually act on opportunities in the physical world so that our manifestation can be complete and successful. The more extraordinary our desired manifestation, the more it is likely to challenge mass beliefs or tip our world upside down, even in the most wonderful way. And the more likely it is that there will be delays or difficulties with our manifestation. That is because we will be bumping up against some powerful opposing forces. The negative expectations of the world can cause even the brightest spirit to slump from time to time, losing energy and forgetting to trust in the unconditional love and incredible power of the Divine Mother. So when this happens, our manifestation process might get a little bumpy, hitting some snags here and there. If we come back to our centre, using the healing process for this oracle, we speed up the process again, getting back on track. It's perfect, guys. Look how it's upside down here. I said about like you was on the other side of the world, like the world was upside down. Okay. So Our Lady of Growth Assured comes to tell us not to give up. She tells us to have patience and work on feeling open-hearted and open-minded about our manifestation and how they can come into being. We work on feeling the energy of what we want to create. So if it is abundance, for example, we work on cultivating that feeling of abundance as best we can, all the while remaining open to the manifestation of our intention without attachment to how, when, or what it will look like. She tells us not to turn away in fear of failure, especially as when this oracle comes to us, our manifestation is actually not far away at all. There is an expression that it is always darkest before the dawn. This is true with the manifestation process. Often, when all seems most hopeless, the signs of future life, of our desires, are apparently non-existent. It is the moment before the birth. We must keep our faith and not require that we see all in advance, or even that we have proof along the way that something is happening. It can be hard to trust in such circumstances, but if it helps bring your dreams to life, then it is worth the effort. The Oracle of Our Lady of Growth Assured brings you help in trusting your process now, and a message that your desires are coming to life. Trust and know in your heart that your growth is assured, and that your dreams are manifesting at the perfect time and in the perfect way. This is just such a perfectly timed message. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, let me leave you with this healing process and affirmation. I'm just going to repeat the part where it said here, the negative expectations of the world can cause even the brightest spirit to slump from time to time, losing energy and forgetting to trust in the unconditional love and incredible power of the Divine Mother. It's all over this unconditional love here, look. Underlying the simplicity of it all. So when this happens, our manifestation process might get a little bumpy, hitting some snags here and there. If we come back to our centre, using the healing process for this oracle, we speed up the process again, getting back on track. So let's end with this healing process and affirmation to help you get back on track. Close your eyes and imagine or perceive a garden that is thriving with life. There are new shoots and mature plants. The garden is well balanced and healthy. You notice a woman in lovely robes seated on the ground next to a garden bed with a child who is enjoying playing in the soil. At the child's hands there is a fresh green baby shoot sticking up in the soil. The child looks at it and begins to tug at it, trying to make it grow faster. The woman laughs and gently touches the child's hands. The child stops tugging and waits. Together, they watch the shoot as it grows. It matures in its own time, with the loving care of the lady and the attention of the child. Notice if the plant stays young or grows into a mature plant. Notice if it has leaves or flowers or fruit. Just be with what happens in your creative visualization. When you are ready, say the following affirmation aloud to complete your process. Repeat it 3 times. My spiritual growth and heart's desire manifest in the perfect time and in the perfect way, assured of success by the Divine Mother's grace. My spiritual growth and heart's desire manifest in the perfect time and the perfect way, assured of success by the Divine Mother's grace. My spiritual growth and heart's desire manifest in the perfect time and the perfect way, assured of success by the Divine Mother's grace. And feel the truth vibrate through your body, guys, as you repeat that 3 times. This was such a beautiful reading to do. Okay, I will catch up with you all soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now. It's not letting me click off. I'm not sure why. Would you like a You've Got This card? You know, it wasn't even let me click on. When I was trying to click on to get up the video recorder, it just wouldn't let me go on. So let me give you a You've Got This card. It wouldn't let me go on. It wouldn't let me come on. Okay. Right, here's the card. Happiness doesn't depend upon who you are or what you have. It depends on what you think. There you go. Your happiness depends on you. It depends on your positive expectations, your positive thoughts. Happiness doesn't depend upon who you are or what you have. It depends on what you think. I love you all dearly. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye for now.